Evie says hi, by the way. Hee hee. Hey guys, it's Elisa, not Alyssa, and today I'm going to be teaching you the ñ sound, which is written as GN in Italian. Before we start, if you're interested in taking Italian lessons with me via Skype, you can write me an email right here, and we can organize a lesson together. Okay, let's start. So, the GN, ñ, okay, it's ñ, not gn, because the thing is when you have G and N in English, you get gn. For example, magnet, not magnet. So if you hear an Italian speaking in English, you might hear them make that mistake. So magnet is the way we use it in English, whereas in Italian, it's ñ. So the way you can think of this sound is kind of like an N with a Y after it, but it's not exactly a normal N, and I'll explain why. So the way I'm going to help you to get this sound is by bringing your attention to the way that we pronounce the words thin and thing. Can you not eat my notebook, please? So we have thin and thing. Ing. So there's obviously a difference between the N and the ing, because if there weren't, then, well, you wouldn't hear a difference, and you do. So if you say thin, in, you'll notice that your tongue goes up at the tip, like the tip of your tongue touches your palate. However, when you say thing, your tongue kind of curls up towards the back of your mouth, and blocks the air in the back. So there's a difference between these two sounds. We're kind of going more, please, no, don't touch the tripod. Oh my gosh, no. Why? Okay, so basically we want to take that that ing sound that we get in the word thing. So you want to take that N, and instead of having like thin, because if you try to use the normal N and you say thin, so think of it this way. The GN has like a Y sound in it, so it's ñ. If you put it at the front, or like in the word thin, you get nia, and it becomes like NIA, okay? Instead of GNA. So we do have all that sound as well. So in Italian, you have endings with NIA. For example, Germany in Italian is Germania. So Germania, okay? Not Germania. Do you hear the difference? So one is placed in the front, that's the NIA, and the other is placed in the back, it's the GNA, okay? So it's Germania, placed in the front. But like I said, the GN is placed more in the back. So you want to think of the word thing, to get your tongue in that position, and then you say ñ. So you take that ing and then you put a Y on it, okay? I hope that makes sense. Try it a few times. Pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go through a couple of words with you, and I'm going to pronounce it the correct way and then pronounce it the incorrect way. So with the NIA instead of the GNA. So you can really hear the difference. So a very common word that has GN at the beginning of the word is gnocchi, which is an Italian dish. And I hear a lot of people say gnocchi. So gn doesn't exist in Italian. You don't really see two harsh consonants together like that. Like there will be a vowel in between those in Italian. So gnocchi, not gnocchi. The thing with pronouncing it improperly is I have a hard time even getting the proper vowel. So if you're wondering why you can't pronounce your vowels correctly, it might actually be because you're not pronouncing your consonants correctly. Because when I pronounce the consonants incorrectly, I really have trouble pronouncing the vowels correctly. So if I say gnocchi, it's very easy. But if I try to do it with like the nia, like gnocchi, it like becomes English. Like all of a sudden my English pronunciation comes out. So this is one of the reasons it's important, because it's going to screw up your pronunciation in general. So the next few words have the ñ sound in the middle of the word. Another thing I forgot to mention. So remember when you're reading these words to envision that little Y or that little I, if you want, after the GN, to help you know that's not no, okay? It's ñ. So with words that have the ñ sound towards the beginning, we have agnello. Okay, I'm trying to say it as slowly as possible. I know it's awkward, but just to really help you hear it, okay? Not agnello. It's agnello, not agnello. So agnello. I know they're so similar, but like Italian speakers do hear the difference, and I personally do hear the difference. So it's something you can work on. The second word is bolognese, not bolognese, okay? bolognese, bolognese, and not bolognese. So hear the difference between the GN and the I and the NI. So bolognese is correct. Bolognese is incorrect. Again, if you're learning the language and you make this mistake, like, it's not the end of the world. It's just, these videos are people who are trying to improve their pronunciation. So the important thing is that you recognize these sounds, okay? You hear them, you can hear the difference, even if you can't produce them yet. The important thing is that you hear them and you try to aim for that. Okay, then we have insegnante, which is a teacher. So insegnante, insegnante, not insegnante, okay? Big difference. So insegnante is correct. And the last word with the ñ sound towards the middle of the word is ingegnere, ingegnere. So be careful not to pronounce the G. Like, I feel like it comes naturally to say the G, obviously, because it's written in English. You pretty much always pronounce it, except for words like enough. Ingegnere, not ingegnere, okay? And then the words with the GN towards the end of the word, we have montagna, montagna. So not montagna, not montagna, montagna, montagna. It is kind of a weird thing to do with our tongue because in English, when we use that NG, the ing sound, it's pretty much always at the end of the word, and it doesn't transform into something else. It's like ing, and that's it. Like, the word ends there. Whereas here, it always morphs into another sound because a word in Italian cannot end with a GN. It always ends with GNA or something like that. Then we have bagno, bagno, which means bathroom. So not bagno, okay? Bagno, bagno, and not bagno, bagno. It's bagno, bagno. And then we have giugno, which is the month of June. So giugno. This word might be confusing to read because we have G-I-U, which could look like you. So it's giugno, giugno, giugno. So it's a little bit weird to look at, but that's how it's pronounced. Giugno, giugno. That's the end of the words I have today. So again, GN is not gonna, it's nya, nya. Like the ending of the ing words in English, like thing, you need to use that to get your tongue in the right position. And then you need to basically attach a Y sound, if you will, at the end. And that will get you very close to the right sound. So these are just general tips to help you get in the right direction. So make sure you're listening, you are speaking with Italian speakers, or watch a video on YouTube and try to wait for when they say a word that has it, or go have a conversation with someone that you know. If you're looking for a language partner and you can't find one, this is not sponsored, but I used to use the app HelloTalk, so you can use that if you want to find people to speak with. So the important thing is practice. The important thing is not being discouraged if you're not perfect right away. It's okay to make mistakes. The point is that you're not content with those mistakes and you don't care about improving. The important thing is always trying to improve and speaking the language as well as we can, because if we don't pronounce things correctly and we're careless with our pronunciation, then people might not understand us. And it's the same thing when people try to speak in English. So I hope this video helps you to improve your pronunciation, and these videos do. Let me know if you do like this video series, I guess, or these videos on Italian pronunciation, because I hope that they're useful. Again, if you do want to take Italian lessons with me, you can write me an email here. Like this video if it was helpful for you, and comment letting me know what the most difficult word is for you, and if you have any funny stories about pronunciation mistakes and people not understanding you, because those stories are always fun to read. It's good to have a laugh at ourselves a little bit, not take ourselves too seriously all the time when it comes to pronunciation. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're interested in more videos on Italian pronunciation. I teach Italian and English, and I do culture videos and random stuff. So that's all for today. I really hope this is helpful. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.